Hey everybody, hope everyone's getting ready here. I'm going to start so that we're not running too far behind. Welcome to the Southeastern Wisconsin Virtual Youth Services Performer Showcase. This showcase is sponsored by the SEWI Library System, which includes Arrowhead Library System, Bridges Library System, Kenosha County Library System, Lakeshores Library System, Milwaukee County Federated Library System, and Monarch Library Systems. My name's Abby Bussin, and my pronouns are she, her, hers. I am the children's librarian at the Muskego Public Library, and I'll be your MC for this session. All attendees will be muted, webcams turned off, and chat disabled so you can just relax and view the demonstrations without any interruptions, at least from us. If you have any problems or questions, please submit those in the Q&A box. You can find the Q&A box in the lower portion of your screen if you're using a computer, or the upper portion of your mobile device, such as a phone or tablet. All sessions will be recorded and made available on YouTube for a limited time. You'll find the YouTube link in your program booklet. For your convenience, in the chat box, we will post a link to the view-only copy of the program booklet. You should see it over there now. Please note the viewable copy is only available during these performer showcase sessions. The recordings will be available from November 22nd, 2020 until June 1st, 2021. The link is listed in the booklet. Our three performers for this hour are Mr. Pickles, Randy Peterson, and Kidsplay. Each performer will have up to 10 minutes to provide a sample performance and then up to 5 minutes to answer your questions. You can submit your questions by typing them into the Q&A box, and I'll read them to the performer. Let's begin our showcase. Our first performer is Mr. Pickles. Mr. Pickles, turn on your video. Aside from a bright, bubbling personality, Mr. Pickles provides a variety of entertaining, educational content, including music, ukulele, trumpet, magic songs, poem stories, all this great stuff, and he has some wonderful published books as well. You can find more information about Mr. Pickles on page 31 of your booklet. Flip over there, and then silently but very enthusiastically join me in welcoming Mr. Pickles.
Hello, what, are we on the air? I think we're on the air.
Yes. Go for it, Mr. Pickles.
Okay, great. Kids, do me a favor. Raise your hand if you had a birthday last year. Of course we had a birthday. Raise your hand if you're here. Oh my goodness. Raise your hand if you're not here. Oh my goodness. Put both hands together and say that we're glad that we're here. I'm glad that I'm here because this is my most favorite moment in my entire life, being here with you. No, not here, but over here is my most favorite time in my entire life to be here with you. Wait a second. No, not there. Really? Over here is my most favorite time in my entire life. Anyways, we're going to be doing a couple of different quick things here. Just so that you know, I have 5 hours of entertainment content that we could do, but I only have 10 minutes. So we're going to like skitty through a couple of these really quick things. And I know that the theme that you have, folks, this year is tales and tales. And I've got some songs that we're not going to do right now, but I've got some wonderful videos out there entitled, "What Kind of Fish Do You Think You Are? What kind of fish would you like to be?" And of course, fish have got tails. Let's see here, the birds have got tails. What kind of bird do you think you are? What kind of bird would you like to be? So birds have got tails, horses have got tails, cows have got tails, and each one of those animals have got tales of their own to talk about, as including Mr. Pickles over here. So this is what I want to do right about now. I've got all these nice little poem stories that I have here, and here's one entitled "To Be or Not to Be, That Is the Question." Follow that one up by, oh my goodness, "The Blues Swing," and or "Mootsie the Rootsie." And then we have, oh my goodness, "The Rag Doll," followed by "I'm a Dreamer." Oh, and then we have "The Garden Hose," followed by "Gazooga Drake." Oh no! And then we have "I Think I'd Like to Be," followed by "Dancing with Mr. Brussels Sprout." These are all songs that happen to be in my books, the Growing books, which happen to be in English, Spanish, and French. Oh my goodness, is that crazy? Of course that's crazy. Well, okay, now this is what I want to do right about now. I know that all of you kids have got a to-do list, or if you don't, you should have a to-do list. This is Mr. Pickles' to-do list, and it's pretty long. You might be perhaps interested in seeing what Mr. Pickles' to-do list looks like? Yes, you would. Here we go. Whoa, that's Mr. Pickles' to-do list, and it's a lot of things to do. And the primary thing that I'm doing here today for you kids is being here with you, because this is really a spectacular day. Now, this is another thing. Keep in mind, and I know that we all had birthdays last year, so we're going to sing happy birthday to everybody, and it's very simple. In this part of the country, we say happy birthday to you. But if you're in the south part of the country, they say happy birthday to y'all. Can we say y'all? Y'all. Boy, you kids do that well. Here we go. Happy birthday to y'all. Happy birthday, y'all. Happy birthday to y'all. Happy birthday to y'all. Well, that's a little fun. Absolutely. We're going to keep rolling here. Absolutely. And then I got a song entitled Breakfast. Oh, and that's a fun song too. And I love that. It's a breakfast thing. And then in my books, I've got my little coloring books. And just so that you know, every library that I go to, every daycare that I go to, they all get bookmarkers. Oh, those are upside down. They all get bookmarkers and 5 gigs worth of all of my videos, all of my songs, all of my stories that's got song to them. You can download this 5 gigs of memory of my all of my books, all of my coloring books, all of my posters, everything. You can download that. All of that stuff is yours to have. And one of my fun songs is I had curlers in my hair. Oh my goodness. Oh, everywhere. And then of course, here, oh, that's backwards. Here we go. I love smiling. I don't know about you, but I love smiling. And then we have, oh my goodness, here we go. Here's my carrot. No, it's not a carrot. It's actually, if you go sideways, it looks like a guitar, but it's actually called my carrotar. You want to hear my carrotar? Here we go. Listen carefully. Did you hear it? No, you didn't, because I always think of what I'm going to play before I play it in the same way that you're going to think before you say. I'm going to say that again. I always think of what I'm going to play before I play it in the same way you should always think of what you say before you say it. And you want to hear what I was thinking? Of course you do. This is what I was thinking. Just so that you know, when I'm doing these kids shows, they're just perhaps a little lower key. But just for our particular situation here, that's sort of what we're doing here. And then we got my percussion. I do a show called Bang to the Thang, which is really an awful lot of fun. But just for fun, I wonder if they're ready for that video for them to show these wonderful people out there on the other land, in the television land, a couple of my songs. Why don't you just run those? And here they come.
All right, everybody, here we go. Boing, boing, boing. Boing, boing, kids go. 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 Springs on your feet makes you jump up and down. The springs on your feet make you jump up and down. Look at those springs on your nose and toes. You have springs on your fingers, springs all around. Kids go, boing, boing, kids go. 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 Boing, boing. Below my nose and above my chin is where the food goes in. Below my nose and above my chin is where the food goes in. Below my nose and above my chin is where the food goes in. Below my nose and above my chin is where the food goes in. My teeth do the chewing and my tongue does the tasting. When I swallow yummy, it's so yummy in my tummy. My body grows so big and strong. Healthy food will help you live very long. My mouth is sitting in the middle, and at times it just may dribble. The food slides off my upper lip into the the cup it drips. And if I slip on what I should sip, that's called an unfortunate trip. Below my nose and above my chin is where the food goes in. Below my nose and above my chin is where the food goes in. Below my nose and above my chin is where the food goes in. Below my nose and above my chin is where the food goes in. Below my nose and above my chin is where the food goes in.
All right, now just to close out, on all of my books, I've got these large tabletop versions of my books, and I read through them, and every time I need to turn the page, all the kids have got to say, Mr. Pickles, turn the page. So we'll read this page, and then we'll read this page, and they say, Mr. Pickles, read the page, and then we'll read this page, and it's 2:41, so I've already got my 10 minutes, and then we'll do this page here, and so on and so forth, blah, 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 blah. So anyways, you sort of get the idea. I think perhaps my time is done. So if you've got any questions, that would be great. It says here, I can barely read it, 2 minutes waiting. So I mean, I could be here for 5 hours, but I think you get an idea of what I love to do for all the kiddos. Hello there, I see you.
Mr. Pickles?
Hi.
Right, let me look at my Q&As here. Right now, I don't have any coming in, so I'll just ask you a couple questions. Would
Sure.
you be open to libraries collaborating with other libraries to book either a virtual or in-person performance as a group?
Absolutely, absolutely. Without a doubt, I could do that. Yes, indeed.
Great. And then as a follow-up to that question, are you open to libraries like recording the virtual performance and sharing it with their patrons for, a specified time after the performance?
Yes, oh yes, oh yes, oh yes. I'm easy.
Great. And then my last question, unless I see one pop up here, is, depending on how things go next summer, what kind of time frame do you have for us if we decide to book in-person performances and then have to swap to virtual? How much warning do you need beforehand if we're going to make that kind of decision?
The day before.
Okay, not 10 minutes? Okay.
No. Oh, okay. No, as long as the time frame is booked, it's okay. But however, let me verify something. Generally, when I'm doing Zoom classes, the pricing is different. But if we book something live for a particular price point, and then you have to switch to Zoom, I'm sort of stuck there. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because I do have roughly, just in Wisconsin area, I have 50 kindercares that I do, okay? And then I've got 3,000 daycares that I'm doing, other than just the library. So this is an added attraction, and I love doing the books. As I said, I've got my little zip drive that every library can make a copy of and keep. And they can print them out or do whatever they want to with them. That's a gift, okay? I don't give them a thumb drive, but they can make a copy for their computers. And all the daycares do it. They all do it. So that's part of the game,
Phenomenal. Thank you so much, Mr. Pickles.
Okay.
I don't see any other questions. So unless anyone chimes in very, very quickly, maybe they're just not paying attention to me talking. Rude. I think we're good.
I'm having
Do you have anything else you'd like to add, Mr. Pickles?
No, I think, as I say, I was looking around here, but I'm pretty well covered with everything, and I'm looking at my clock. It says 2:44, so I think I went a little over, but actually we're pretty close. I was trying to squeeze that stuff in as fast as I possibly could without being really obnoxious. But I do like to rhyme. I do like to rhyme songs for people's names. And what is your name again?
Oh, don't do it. My name is Abby. Everything bad rhymes with it.
No, it isn't. No, it isn't. I've got one for you. Here we go. Ready? Abby, she's never ever saddy. Abby, she's never ever saddy. Abby, she's never ever saddy. I can tell. Abby's never ever saddy. Is that okay?
That's so much better than what my brother has said about my name. Thank you, Mr. Pickles.
I can only imagine mean brothers.
Uh-huh.
Well, the other one is you're ratty. You know what the word rad means? Oh, you're
I
totally
do.
mad. Ratty, you are very ratty. Anyway, so there we go.
Oh, thank you so much. That was really exciting and fun.
Well, my pleasure. You've got another one coming up here at.
I do.
Okay, what time is it? That's at 3:00 then, right, or whatever.
Oh, that's now.
Okay, I'll let you go.
We're back to back to back.
Go for it. Thank you. Love you. Mwah!
Thank you, Mr. Pickles. Take care. All right, guys, we're moving right on to our next performer. Our second performer is Randy Peterson. Randy brings an interactive musical performance overflowing with songs, movement, and fun. He notes that for the upcoming summer reading program theme, animal songs and stories will be featured in his act, but no matter what the theme is, encouraging reading is always his goal. You can find more information about Randy on page 35 of your booklet. So join me again in silently but enthusiastically welcoming Randy Peterson.
Hello, how are you today? Sure is good to see you on this special day. Hi everybody, my name is Randy Peterson, and thank you for listening to this little sampler of what I can do in my musical library shows. My shows are very fast-paced. I try to keep everybody busy and happy with a lot of motion and sing-alongs. I'm also a storyteller. In fact, a lot of the songs that I sing are also stories. Like this one. It's called The Cat Came Back. It's a real audience favorite. And for me to do it, I'd like it if everybody could help me. Give me a cat meow. Meow. Right about there. Well, old Mr. Johnson had troubles of his own. He had a yellow cat that wouldn't leave his home. He tried and he tried to send the cat away. He gave it to a man going far away. But the cat came back the very next day. The cat came back, I thought he was a goner. The cat came back, he just wouldn't stay away. Everybody give me a big meow. Well, he gave it to a man going up in a balloon. And he said, hey, take the cat to the moon. The balloon crashed down 90 miles away. Where the man is now, I dare not say. But if anybody knows what happened next, sing along with me. But the cat came back the very next day. The cat came back, I thought he was a goner, but the cat came back, he just wouldn't stay away. Give me one more meow, meow. And that's just a part of that song, of course. Well, when I was a kid, my mom would bring me to the library, and I remember plain as day, I would go in the door and I would run straight to the aisle that had the dinosaur books. I've always loved dinosaurs, still do. In fact, I wrote this song recently. It's about a T-Rex, a Tyrannosaurus. His name is Tommy, and he's a rapper. I need everybody out there to help me. Take your hands. You're going to give me some rhythm. On your knees, on the table, if that works better for you. But that'll be called our drums. Watch out, we might need a drum solo. So get fancy with it if we do that. Now, the most important part is this. Stomp, stomp, roar. Stomp, stomp, roar. You got to do it big and you got to do it loud. Go, stomp, stomp, roar. Stomp, stomp, roar. Next, take your T-Rex arms. You know how they have little tiny arms, right? Big, strong legs, little tiny arms. Put them on. Should be like this. 2 claws on each, right? And you got to learn this rapping move. Tommy is a T-Rex living next door. Let me hear you do it. Tommy is a T-Rex living next door. Now you put it all together. Stomp, stomp, roar. Stomp, stomp, roar. Tommy is a T-Rex living next door. Then you put your hands up and snap, snap, If you don't know how to snap, just make believe, all right? And we sing, we like that Tyrannosaur. Clap twice. You got all that? All right, let's get going. Give me some drums. Mom, come see, it's gonna blow your mind. We got a new neighbor from Jurassic times. Got a lot of teeth, he weighs 6 tons. Living by a dinosaur is really kind of fun. Go, stomp, stomp, roar, stomp, stomp, roar. Tommy is a T-Rex living next door. Stomp, stomp, roar, stomp, stomp, roar. Tommy is a T-Rex living next door. Give me drums. Drum solo. Very good, everybody. Regular drums. When your next door neighbor is Tyrannosaurus Rex, you never ever know what's gonna happen next. But hold on tight, I think we're gonna see. Tomorrow he's invited his whole family. Stomp, stomp, roar, stomp, stomp, roar. Tommy is a T-Rex living next door. Stomp, stomp, roar, stomp, stomp, roar. Tommy is a T-Rex living next door. Put him up. Help me sing. We like that Tyrannosaur. Clap twice. We like that Tyrannosaur. Clap twice. The end. Hey, everybody, good job. Hey, take your T-Rex hands. Give yourself a T-Rex round of applause. It's kind of quiet, little tiny hands, you know. Well, I always try to bring a lot of visual into my shows. I used to be an artist before my music career took off. And so I use my artwork whenever I can, like in the backdrops that I make. And I also like to make props to help me with my shows. Especially in the summer programs, I will often create an entire performance that is one big story that has spoken parts, but it also all the music and whatever movements and music we do tell that story. So I built props to help it. Like if we're talking about a butterfly and its life cycle, I may have a big caterpillar that will help bring that part of the story to life. If we're traveling through outer space, like we did a couple summers ago, I might have the planet Mars, which works really well up close on a screen. Or if we're live, it works really good because you can see it from the back. So I like to make props. Here's another one. I have a song that is a story about a kid who goes fishing with dad. And so I've got this bucket and it's got a net and a pole. I'm just going to do a little snippet of this song so you can kind of see how these props might work. Here we go. Sitting by the water, talking to each other, waiting for a fish to bite. And if I catch a big one and if I can keep them, I'm gonna bring them home tonight. I'm going fishing with dad. I'm going fishing with dad. I'm going fishing with dad. I'm going fishing. I'm fishing with dad. Hey, thanks for your help. It's all right. All right. So I always try to do a visual element. I'm going to leave you. Time is flying by. I'm going to leave you with a song that is probably the thing that I have created that has made the biggest splash of all my music. This is called I'm Going to Read a Book Today. And it's never been a top 40 hit or anything, but it has made its way around the world thanks to the internet. And it is literally being sung in schools all around the world. So it's a lot of fun for me, but we're going to do it together today. I need you to help me sing this. I'm going to read a book today. All right, try it with me. Go. I'm going to read a book today. Fantastic. It goes like this. I sing, what's a good thing to do on a rainy day? You go, I'm going to read a book today. When it's too cold to go outside and play, I'm going to read a book today. That's how it goes. Take your hand now, and you're going to make a fist, and we're all going to punch it straight up, and we're going to shout, read! All right? Now, when we're doing it in the song, I can't stop and do this because I'm doing this. So I'm going to give you a signal. Your signal is going to look like this. I'm going to swing my guitar at you. When I do, we go, read. So I'll say, what you gonna do? Read. Just like that. You got it? Let's go. Oh, put your hands away. It starts with the singing part. What's a good thing to do on a rainy day? Sing it. I'm gonna read a book today. Or when it's too cold to go outside and play, I'm gonna read a book today. an airplane flies. I'm gonna read a book today. Oh, how a spider has a gazillion eyes. I'm gonna read a book today. Here we go. Oh, what you gonna do? Read. What you gonna do? Read. Read a little every day. You can do it louder. What you gonna do? Read. What you gonna do? Read. Be smarter every single day. How you gonna learn about the people from long ago? Sing it. I'm gonna read a book today. Learn how they work and how they play. I'm gonna read a book today. Oh, what you gonna do? Read. What you gonna do? Read a little every day. Oh, what you gonna do? Read. What you gonna do? Be smarter every single page. Instead of turning on my TV set, I'm gonna read a book today. The further you read, the more exciting it gets. I'm gonna read a book today. All right, help me end this show. Let's sing I'm gonna read a book today. Softer, softer, quieter, until it disappears. And that will be the end. Ready, go. I'm gonna read a book today. Softer. I'm gonna read a book today. I'm gonna read one more softer. I'm gonna read a book today. You know what? I didn't like that ending so much. I thought I would, but let's do this. Let's go quiet, louder, louder, loudest, and then we'll all finish with one big read at the end, all right? Let's do that. Soft. I'm gonna read a book today, louder. I'm gonna read a book today, louder. I'm gonna read one more louder. I'm gonna read a book today. Oh, what you gonna do? Read! That's the way to do a good ending. Thanks, everybody. Well, that's the end of my little presentation. If anybody has any questions, let me know.
Randy,
You are welcome.
thank you. That was so much fun. Okay, let me see if I've got any questions popping up here. Nothing's popping up right away, so I'll just ask you what I'm kind of asking everybody. Would you be open to libraries collaborating with other libraries to book a virtual or in-person performance as a group?
Absolutely. Yep, do it all the time. I love doing it. It helps me if we're driving, if I'm headed to an area with the car, hopefully that'll happen again soon. Then it works really well, you know, to go to several in an area. And even if it's not, I'm good with doing that. Virtually, sure, either way.
Excellent. And then are you open to libraries, like if we do choose to do a virtual performance, are you open to us recording the performance and sharing them with our patrons for a specified limited amount of time after the performance?
Yes, yeah, that's fine with me. I've actually done it a couple different ways last summer. We did it the way we are doing it now, where it's done this way, and that works great and fine, where it's a live performance. Another way I've done it is to create here, I'll create a YouTube video, a private one, and I would just give you the link and you keep that up as long as you want. If something like that would work, what I like about that is the sound is just a little bit better doing it that way, recording it that way. But that's an option. I'm happy to go any way you want.
Awesome. I have a couple of people in the comments who are not asking questions, but just complimenting you on your past work at their libraries. Lynn and Katie both saying that you are really fun, easy to work with, really fun for the kids and awesome. So that's
nice
great to hear.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
And then two, just like last question, hold on. Is the YouTube rate the same as the in-person rate for pricing?
No, I usually do it lower.
Okay.
Just because there's no mileage, you know, I can do it right here. So it's usually a bit lower.
Gotcha. And then I'm sure you discussed that with the librarian when they contacted you for booking information.
Yeah, whatever you know, it all depends if it's one performance or like you say, if it's multiples, that all would affect, you know, what the price would be. I'm usually pretty fair when it comes to that.
Gotcha. And then just a question that I've also been asking, if you are booked for an in-person performance for next summer and then weird things happen in the world, I don't know, Tyrannosaurus Rex has come back or something, how quickly of a turnaround do you need for us to make a decision if we're going to change to virtual?
I am fine with very short notice. You know, even if it's the day of and it was just, oh, something happened, we just can't do it. I'm fine with that. I guess the only you know, if it's a long way I'm traveling and I'm in the car already, that gets a little hard. But,
You're like, I'm coming anyway, lady. Okay.
yeah. No, I'm easy with whatever you have to do. It's, you know, we're all just kind of going through this however we can. And I'm real easy with anything like that.
Great.
I'm basically set up to do the virtual shows all summer. I have like a little studio set up and it's just here. And so I can switch you know, just with a phone call.
Okay, cool. I love your backdrop. It's really, really cool.
Thank you. I make a one that's specific for the summer programs. I make one that's, you know, geared for whatever that topic is every year.
Oh, cool. That's
Yeah.
exciting. Well, hold on. Let me just double check. I don't have any more questions for you. But thank you so much, Randy, for joining us. I think that was a really fun time for everybody.
Well, thank you. I really appreciate you doing this, and I hope to see a lot of you soon. So long.
Great. Thank you, Randy.
Yep.
All right, guys, we're going to move on to our, I'm going to call them our headliners. I'm just kidding. They're just here at the last slot. That doesn't count. We're moving on to our next performer, guys. Our third and final performer for this session is Kidsplay. Being a superhero is pretty cool, but when our heroes lose their powers, they'll need your help to save the day. This hilarious and highly interactive improv comedy show is fun for the whole family. If you're looking for information about this dynamic duo, you'll find it on page 23 of your booklet. So join me now, guys, in welcoming Doug and Matt from Kidsplay.
Greetings! Hello, everybody. I hope you're doing well today.
Well, I know we are. You've got to be pretty excited to see a couple of real-life superheroes, huh? My name is Yellow Light.
And I'm Alpha Man!
And we're here today to talk to you about one of our favorite subjects, ourselves.
That's right. We could talk about ourselves all day.
That's right.
You know, we've got a lot of great origin stories, and we've got some amazing superpowers, and we'd like to show you some of those powers right now. My superpowers are pretty standard, actually. One of my best superpowers is my incredible super strength. Do not try this at home.
Great Scott! Wow!
Another one of my superpowers is super speed. Keep your eye on me if you can. Check it out.
Wow.
Want to see some X-ray vision? Check this out. Yellow Light, I'm going to see what you had for lunch. Peanut butter and jelly.
Exactly, old chum!
One power unique to me is my ability to make myself look like a statue to fool my opponents. It goes like that.
He's so... Whoa, Alpha Man? Where did you go, Alpha Man? Alpha Man, there's only a statue of you here.
It's just me, I'm a
Great
statue.
Scott, old friend, it fooled me again. He's so good. They don't call me Yellow Light for no reason. You see, when I focus all of my mental energy, I can emit a barely visible dim yellow light. Please avert your eyes if it gets too dim. Power of the stars and galaxies unite. Allow me to emit a dim yellow light.
Now, dial it down, Yellow Light. With my supervision, it's extremely bright. That's getting brighter in your dimness every day.
It is. You have no idea how handy that is.
Those superhero powers were pretty amazing, weren't they?
They really were. I never stopped being impressed with our own powers.
We are awesome.
Another thing that you need to have to be a superhero is a great costume. You see, you don't just wake up one day and decide to wear a cape and tights. Why, that's just ridiculous. No. But the costume serves the purpose of being a superhero. It lets people know that person doesn't have a normal job. They're a superhero.
You also need courage to be a superhero.
That's right.
Because it takes courage to wear spandex in public.
It sure does. And I know another thing you need. Certainly, it helps us immensely. Is a secret identity. You need to have your private life, and no villains can know what your true identity is.
That's right. If my foes knew that my secret identity was Chuck Walton, they would wreak havoc on my private life.
Let's just be grateful they'll never find out.
Another great part about being a superhero is having an awesome, inspiring superhero theme.
Oh, we should play our theme for them, Alpha Man.
Let's play our theme right now. Great Scott! That's not our theme!
It's not even music!
That's kind of judgmental, but yes!
Greetings, superheroes. It is I, the Schemer. That sound you just heard was your powers being neutralized. If you'd like to get your powers back to thwart my latest scheme, you'll have to play along with my word games. Good luck, heroes.
I feel kind of different in a not good way, Yellow Light.
Great Scott, I don't know what happened, but I feel completely the same in that I'm totally different, like you just said. Something...
Wait a minute. Great Scott!
What happened to our stomachs?
My 4-pack abs are gone.
Great Scott, now it's just like a Ziploc bag of jelly. Look at that. I can't even see one distinct muscle.
Great Scott! You don't think that what the schemer said was true, do you?
That he has the power to take away our powers?
And that he's used that power of taking away our powers to take away our powers.
Great Scott, that's an awful power to have. But there's only one way to find out if we still have our powers. Quickly, Alpha Man, test your powers.
First, I'll try my super strength.
Well, go ahead, bend it.
I'm trying!
Great Scott!
I couldn't even bend that rubber chicken.
Well, what about your super speed? You must still have your super speed.
I'm sure I do. You wait here. I'll find help.
Well, use your super speed.
I'm going full speed.
Great Scott, Alpha Man. You're running like a 46-year-old man who doesn't get enough exercise.
All right, that's not the only trick we have. I can use my X-ray vision yet. Ready?
What did I have for lunch?
I have no idea. I just see your yellow shirt
Great
right now.
Scott!
Ah!
I told you earlier, it's a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Oh, I forgot. You know what? I bet we can get the schemer by my acting like a statue.
All right, that might be our only hope. Go ahead. Anytime you're ready.
I'm doing it.
No, you're not. No, you're not. You're moving around like a 46-year-old man who doesn't get enough exercise.
Oh, great Scott! He's taking away my superpowers.
Perhaps our only hope is my dim yellow light. Powers of the stars and galaxies unite. Allow me to emit a dim yellow light.
Do it now.
Try it.
I can't see anything.
I just look ridiculous. Oh, great Scott. Schemer's done it. He's actually taken away our superpowers.
We're going to have to play the schemer's little game to get them back.
That's right. The only way to solve this is to walk right into his trap.
All right, schemer. What have you got for us?
Throughout the room are 5 letters of the alphabet. Create a word.
5-letter word out of these letters?
Great Scott.
I don't think that's possible.
Alpha Man, don't say that. Heroes never quit. We don't quit.
All right, I won't then. You've convinced me with that rousing speech.
We need a 5-letter word out of the letters that appear here.
5 letters? If only there were some seed of intelligence I could plant in my brain that would grow into some sort of vegetation that would help us to solve this problem.
Or if there was a member of the audience we knew had all the answers and could feed them to us. Either idea would work perfectly.
Or if there was an old singer from Led Zeppelin, Robert Plant! Of course!
Ugh!
P-L-A-N-T, Plant!
Of course, all the kids watching must have thought of Robert Plant first.
Yes.
Truly, I'm impressed. Now, see if you can find a 4-letter word within this 5-letter word.
Great Scott, we've got to make a 4-letter word
He can't
out
be
of this
serious.
5-letter word? If my math skills are right, 4 is 1 less than 5.
I don't know how you do it, Alpha Man. But we need to come up with a 4-letter word. We've already used Robert Plant.
Well, we're going to have to get rid of one of these letters. Wait a minute.
What?
That L. There! Without that L, it's P-A-N-T. Pant. Like my dog when he's tired wishes he had a pair of pant on.
Of course! Perfect! A 4-letter word. Take that, schemer.
Ha! If you want to find out if we did in fact defeat the schemer, or if we did in fact get back our normal physiques, tune in next summer by booking Kidsplay.
We hope to see you soon. Take care.
Pretty exciting reading here. Just checking this out for a minute. Very exciting.
What's exciting, Alpha Man?
This book is exciting, but don't tell me how it ends.
Oh, at least it looks like there's lots of pictures.
Part of my summer reading program. I'm going to read that. Hey, everybody.
We'd be happy to take any questions you might have at this time. People question us all the time, so don't feel
I've got
worried
some
about
questions ready for you guys then.
Very good.
All right, Abby.
The first question is not a question, it's a statement. It's you guys are hilarious, by the way, Crystal says.
Oh, my
Oh.
goodness.
Well, that's wonderful.
Thanks, Crystal says.
Yes. What a unique last name Crystal has.
Crystal also does have a question. She wants to know, is it the same price for virtual versus in person? And if doing virtual, can we post it on Facebook or our website for a specified period of time?
That would be fine. We did that last summer as well. We did the same price for virtual or live in person last year, but I suppose we could have a conversation if need be.
We'd be
Excellent.
happy to speak with each library if they wanted to package different shows. Yes, of course.
Gotcha. That was a question I was going to ask you if I decided to book you guys with another library or another 2 libraries. Are you open to us collaborating to bring you in for virtual or in-person performances?
Well, the good news is that we've both chosen a career in the arts, so anyone negotiating with us knows we're terrible at negotiating money.
Right. I'm like, I'll give you a pie. And you're like, sure, that's great.
Done. Where do I sign?
Where do you need us to be?
Oh, guys. So 2 of you guys are, you say you're comfortable doing virtual stuff and, saving those if libraries were to book you for an in-person performance and then, due to circumstances would have to move you to doing a virtual performance or vice versa. What kind of lead time do you need on that?
0 seconds.
Well, I know you have super speed, so.
I will probably say that honestly, it would be switching from live to having it go virtual would probably be a lot shorter need ahead of time versus planning to do it virtual and then having to add the travel into it. Might take maybe be a little more, maybe a couple days, maybe would be nice.
Gotcha. Okay, cool. I'm waiting to see if I get any more questions. Otherwise, I'm just going to ask you guys questions myself. Favorite pancake topping?
Ooh, I do like syrup. Plain old maple syrup is pretty good.
Classic. Doug has no opinion.
between the pancakes, so it's a pancake stuffing for me.
Sometimes you do the peanut butter and jelly pancake thing, or that works really great with Eggos, by the way. Not that we're promoting Eggos. Any generic waffle will do, but you can put peanut butter and jelly and use the generic non-disclosed waffle as the bread. Very good.
Yes.
Quick breakfast to grab and go.
That's what my 6-year-old does too. Oh, here's another question. Thanks. I knew if I'd ask something weird, someone would come up with something. Thank you, Kathy. Could you do an outdoor program? And what's your cancellation policy?
We do outdoor shows and we cancel them. It would be certainly it would be possible. We have done outside shows before. It's best if you have some sort of like a amp or mic that usually helps out. We've noticed that even traffic noise ends up being a lot louder than you expect if you're doing an outside show. But we have done outside shows before. You know, that's a great idea, and we should get back to you on the cancellation policy. Usually our cancellation policy is we don't have one, so we're left out in the dark. We're suckers. That's our cancellation policy.
This was a fun year for cancellation policies because all of them say have a clause that's like, oh, if some kind of act of God, and I was like, ooh.
Ours specifically for the last several years was we had it phrased, if COVID-19 emerges. So we wanted to cover all our bases.
That was really good thinking, guys. Way to be ahead of the times.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I have any other questions. So what are you listening to right now? We've got a lot of time left. I don't know. You got anything else?
Awesome. You know, boy, I certainly like me some Weezer.
Who doesn't?
Yeah, and was I listening to some old OK Go this morning?
Fun fact, I have a Weezer tattoo. Moving on, describe your act in 3 words.
Inventive, interactive, awesome.
Good job on the fly.
I would say.
I can't hear Doug. I don't know what he's
Doug,
saying. I just see lots of finger movements.
I mean, yellow, like your microphone is very muted. But I think he said he would describe it as saying, I would stay. He would not walk out of the show.
Would not walk out. That's 4 words,
yes.
But I'll give it to you. All right, guys. Well, I've got to wrap up. I've got a 1-minute warning coming in here. Thank you so much. That was really fun and informative. And I have seen you guys most summers since I started working in the libraries. I can recommend you highly. You're wonderful.
Thank you.
Not to inflate your egos or whatever, but you know.
Too late.
All right. Thank you guys so much. Thanks, Doug. Thanks, Matt.
Bye, everybody.
We'll see you later.
Thanks.
Oh, thank you again to all 3 of our performers, and thanks to the youth librarians who attended this session. This was our last session of the day. We hope you enjoyed it. All of the other sessions today as well. Join us again tomorrow at 9:30 as we begin our new day of new performers for you to view. Goodbye, guys. Have a good evening.